Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Army Public School PMA Resource Network. Before we start our today's subject science, don't forget to subscribe this page and click on the bell icon so that you can receive our new videos well in time. In our today's subject, we are going to discuss the topic the life cycle of plants. Sequence as flashed. Today's objective are: number 1, to define and explain seed dispersal. Number 2, to describe 4 ways of seed dispersal. Number 1, dispersal by wind. Number 2, dispersal by water. Number 3, dispersal by explosive action or splitting. And number 4, dispersal by animals. What is seed dispersal? First of all, we will define it. The scattering of seeds in different directions far away from the parent plant is called seed dispersal. It means then when seeds are scattered here and there in different directions far away from the parent plant, that is from the original plant, it is called seed dispersal. Seed dispersal is important and prominent features are as under. Number 1, it increases the chances of survival. It means that seed dispersal increases the chances of survival. How it increases the chances of survival? When seeds are scattered far away from the parent plant, they will grow healthier. Number 2, due to seed dispersal, plants will not compete each other for sunlight, moisture, nutrients and space. What will happen if seeds will grow near to the parent plant? They will start competing each other for sunlight, moisture, nutrients and space, and they will not be able to grow healthier, and it decreases the chances of survival. Plants cannot move from one place to another. As you know, plants cannot move from one place to another, so they disperse their seed by different ways. And what are these different ways of seed dispersal? Let's see. Ways of dispersal. There are 4 ways of seed dispersal. Number 1, dispersal by wind. These seeds are generally small and light. It means the seeds that are dispersed by wind are small in size and light in weight. Some of these seeds have special wing-like structures that help the seeds to keep afloat in the air longer. You can see in the diagram Ansana, African tulip and maple seed. These 3 seeds have wing-like structures, and these wing-like structures help them to keep afloat in the air for a longer period of time. This carries them farther away from the parent plant. The seeds that don't have wing-like structures, they have hairs, and these hairs help them to stay afloat in the air. You can see dandelion and larlang seed. These seeds have hairs, and hairs help them to stay afloat in the air for a longer period of time far away from the parent plant. Number 2, dispersal by water. The fruits dispersed by water adapt 2 structures. Number 1, they have waterproof covering, and this waterproof covering helps them to prevent the water coming inside. Number 2, fibrous husk. These fruits also have fibrous husk, and these fibrous husk trap air that help the fruits having seeds to float on the water. As air is lighter than water, so the seeds will float on the surface of water. The flowing water then carries the fruits having seeds far away from the parent plant. You can see coconut, nipa and pong pong. These three fruits have seeds inside them, and these have two special structures. Number 1, they have waterproof covering, and number 2, they have fibrous husk that help to float on the water. Number 3, dispersal by explosive action, also known as splitting. Fruits that disperse their seeds by explosive action or splitting usually have pods or capsules. These pods dry up when ripe, causing them to crack unevenly and split open with a force to throw the seeds away from the parent plant. So you can see in the diagram, the pea pod, it splits open with a force. Due to this force, the seeds will be thrown out far away from the parent plant. The fruits of rubber tree dries up and splits open with a force, throwing the seeds far away from the parent plant. Then you can see the dried up pod of the lady finger. It splits open with a force to throw the seeds out far away from the parent plant, so they can be scattered far away from the parent plant by explosive action or splitting. Number 4, dispersal by animals. Some plants rely on animals to help disperse their seed. It means that some plants depend on animals for the dispersal of their seeds. Plants with fleshy and edible fruits with tiny seeds are eaten by animals such as birds and mammals. You can see in the diagram that mammal and birds are eating the fruits. These fruits, when ripe, are usually brightly colored to attract animals. These fruits, when ripe, are brightly colored so that this brightly colored fruit will attract the animals towards their self. The tiny seeds are swallowed and then passed out unharmed by animals away from the parent plant, so they can be dispersed away from the parent plant. Some animals collect fruits or seeds and bury them in places far away from the parent plants to eat later. These buried seeds are sometimes forgotten and germinate in their new location. You can see in the diagram there is a squirrel. It collects fruits or seeds and bury them in the places far away from the parent plant to eat later. But it forgot to eat, and these buried seeds will germinate into new plant in their new location. Large seeds of fleshy fruits are sometimes too large to be swallowed. It means that large seeds that cannot be swallowed, they are discarded by the animals that eat the fruits. As you know, we eat some fruits, for example, mango and plum. Their seeds are too large that cannot be swallowed, so we discard them here and there. This helps the seeds to be scattered away from their parents, and in this way the seeds can be dispersed away from the parent plant. Some seeds have hooks, spines or stiff hairs that can easily get caught in the fur or feathers of passing animals. So some seeds have hooks, spines or stiff hairs that can get caught in the fur of or feathers of passing animals. These seeds fall off when the animals accidentally brush against a surface such as bush. By then, the seeds have already been carried some distance from their parents by passing animals. So, under right conditions, these seeds will germinate into new plants. For example, in the diagram, you can see burdock seeds, hooked seeds caught on horsehair, and sea holly. These seeds have hooks, spines or stiff hairs that get caught by the fur or feathers of passing animals, and when these animals move from one place to another, they will be carried by these animals far away from the parent plant, and so they can be dispersed, and under right conditions these seeds will germinate into new plants. Now it's time for today's homework. Homework is displayed on the screen. You can click on the green hyperlinks to see more videos on seed dispersal with the help of your parents. Do your written work on loose sheets and it is displayed here. Now research work is find two new things other than in book about each type of the seed dispersion and note these on the loose sheets. This was all about my lecture. I hope you got each and every point. Thank you. Take care and Allah Hafiz.